Okay, so I think I can start.
Yes, you can please.
Okay. Uh, okay, thank you. Okay, so we have to understand first of all what is statistics, okay? And then I'll just go quickly, maybe the importance of statistics, okay? So a lot of people, we just normally see, or rather just understand that, oh, statistics, but this is one of the powerful tool which also helps us, and even the ministry of, those people who normally collect information, such as, the population, counting people, census, okay? So when they are collecting information or data per se, what they are doing is they are trying to collect some statistics so that they know how the population is growing, whether we need more schools within a particular community, or whether we need, to create more jobs, whether we need to employ more people. So statistics helps us, okay, to understand how the population is growing normally. If you are looking at the population of individuals, maybe within a community or a country at large. Okay, so now statistics, you can see on this screen that statistics is the discipline that concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and the presentation of data. So normally statistics is a collection of data. Okay, what we mean by data is that uh, data is something that is unprocessed information. Okay, let's say for example, when someone just say, for example, I mean by when someone says just what is data. Okay, so data, this is unprocessed. Okay, so unprocessed information. So data is unprocessed information, meaning that once we collect the information from the people within the community, maybe we want to know the age, we want to maybe look for the vulnerable people. Maybe we can start by saying how many people are, orphans. Okay, so we can also be specific. What kind of data are we looking for? What kind of data do we want to collect, first of all? Okay, so there is always an objective as to what kind of data you should look for, because data is almost everywhere. Okay, so we might collect information about maybe people who have COVID-19, maybe people who are discharged, maybe the people who have died from coronavirus, and so on. Okay, so now when you collect that information, we don't actually know. Okay, so we don't know what is, we have not gained the insight. Okay, we have not gained so much of the information, not until we process. Okay, so we have to process the data. Okay, and that's now where statistics comes in. Okay, so I hope you have gotten this definition, that statistics is the discipline that is concerned with normally the collection. Once you collect the data, we have to organize the numbers. Okay, we have to organize, maybe if we are collecting people that are female, male, and then maybe also the age, also maybe the background level of education. We have to organize that information. Okay, so that when it comes to processing the data, it becomes so fast and easy. Okay, because the data has already been organized according to their, respective or kind of measurement that you are looking for. So collection, remember, collection, organization, and then you have to analyze it. Okay, what is it that we want to look for? Okay, so maybe if we collect information about data about age. Okay, so let's say data examples could data example could let's say could also be maybe age group, death. Okay, death, maybe also level of okay, so level of education, age group, age group, death also, how many people have died, for example, in a particular community, and also level of education. So data can be anything, okay, as long as you define the information that you want to collect, okay. So I might also want to collect maybe the people that have done, maybe that have managed to reach grade 12, okay. So I can correct that information. Maybe I want to know, is a particular community maybe improving in terms of educating the people from grade 10 to 12, or maybe from grade 1 to 12, okay. So maybe a certain organization, maybe the NGO, or maybe certain organization can be interested in maybe empowering people that have only gone up to grade 12, okay. So I think you have gotten the concept behind what kind of data is all about. So data is unprocessed what? Okay, yeah. Data is unprocessed information, okay. Not until we process it, then it becomes information, okay. Now from there, once you are correcting the information, we can group it, okay. We can group the information, or the data can be grouped as ungrouped data, okay. So we can have something like ungrouped data. Okay, so ungrouped data is a data that, for instance, if you are a business lady, or if you're a business guy, you can maybe get the information. Okay, you can get the information like the shoe size, okay. For example, let me just give like, okay, I'm sure you can see this also, okay. Now these numbers that I have, 3, 2, this is 4, 4, 7, 1, 6, okay. These numbers, or the data, they can mean, for example, this is we can have something like shoe size, okay. So we can have something like shoe size, okay, shoe size. So what you mean by shoe size is that this is the data that you are collecting. Maybe you are selling shoes to the customers, so you want to find out which of the shoe size is a common one, okay. You also want to know what is the average shoe size, I mean. So you can't just go to the holders, okay, Wayakuma holders, and then you just buy any kind of shoe size that you want. But you can collect some data, and then you use some of the statistics method that can help you to determine which one is the most, the most common shoe size, and then also which one is a average, like maybe almost everyone wears maybe size 7, okay. I'm sure if you have bought shoes before, like I know you have done that, but for example, if you have observed, you'll discover that people normally wears like size 7, and then also size 8 and above, okay. So the majority of the people, okay. So you can use statistics techniques or methods to help you make a better decision, okay. Okay, Sanga, can you get me? Okay, Sanga, can you unmute yourself? Okay, yeah. Sanga, can you get me?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. If there is a problem, please inform me. Okay, so like I was saying, so this is 3, 2, 4, 7, 1, and 6, and 7. Okay, so now this kind of the numbers, okay, there is a, it's a data that means it is ungrouped, okay. So the difference to when you say group data is that maybe we are grouping the information. I'll give you an example where we say, when you're talking about grouped data, okay, okay, let's do this, okay. Okay, so if you are talking about grouped data, okay, so the information is grouped in a certain classes, okay. Maybe I'm collecting about, okay, I'm collecting the information about age group, okay. So you discover that I can have age group, let's say for example, maybe I would say 10 years to 15 years, okay. So I can collect information from people and ask them what is their age. So you correct, maybe I'm interested, I'm starting from 10 years and above, okay. So to help me or to do this kind of information or data collection faster and easier, I can group this age, okay. I can say 10 to 15 years old, and then I can also say maybe 16 to maybe 21. I think yeah, 21 years, and then 22 maybe to 27, okay. And then I can also have 28 to 28, and then that would be also 33 years, okay. So this example that I've given above here, okay, this kind of data is called grouped data, okay, because from maybe 10 years to 15 years old, there are certain number of people, okay. I hope you are getting the point, okay. So I can also come up with a table. Let's say for example, I get a table. Okay, so let's say say age, and then number or slash frequency, okay. Number of frequency, okay. So I can put 10 to 15, and then 16. I can now start entering that information in the table. 16 to 21, and then 22 to 27, okay. Then 28 to 33, okay. Delete cells. Okay. Okay. So now I want you to pay attention. Okay. So on the top column, I mean on the top row, I have the age in years. Okay. And then the age is in years, and then meaning those that are from 10 years old to 15 years old. How many of them did you count? Let's say you counted 5 of them. Okay, and then those that are 16 years old to 21 years old, how many of those did you count? Maybe just 3. And then those that were 22 years to 25 years, how many of them did you count? Let's say maybe 10. And then those that were 28 to 33 years old, how many did you count? Maybe just 1. Okay, so now this kind of data that I've collected has now been grouped. So when you look at 10 to 15, there is a gap there. So there is a 10 to 15, I'm counting 5 people. Another from 16 to 21, I'm counting 5 people. And then 22 to 25, you can see that there is a difference. From 10 to 15, there is a difference. 16 to 21, there is a difference. And then also 21 to 20, 22 to 27, there is a difference. And then also 28 to 33, there is a difference. Okay. So now the number of people that belongs to that kind of grouped age, those that were 10 to 15, they are just 5. And then those that belong to the age group, 16 to 21, they were just 3. And then those that belong to 21 to 27, they were just 10. And those that belonged to 28 to 33, they were just 1. So I hope you can understand that. So remember, data can be classified as a grouped data, which is the one that I've talked about. Okay, so this is grouped data. And then also, data can be grouped or classified as ungrouped data. So ungrouped data means the data is just scattered, okay? And then the other thing that you should know is that each of these numbers, okay, each of these numbers, okay, so each of these numbers, this number is what is known as, what is called, okay, so this one is called a data point, okay, it's called a data point. Okay, so this one is called the data point. So 3 is a data point, 2 is a data point, 4 is a data point, 7 is a data point, 1 is also a data point, and 6 is a data point, and 3 is a data point. And then all these numbers from 3 to the other 3, they form what is known as what we call a data set, okay? So they form what is known as a data set, okay? So they form what is called a data set, okay? So you have to understand that the numbers or the information that you have collected during the statistic is what is called data. Each number is called a data point, and then all the numbers now, they form what is called one single data set, okay? I hope that is understood, but let us we'll keep on explaining now. So after understanding that, I want you to understand that there is what we call central tendency, okay? There is what we call central tendency. So central tendency, this is a type of statistics, okay, which is normally helps in terms of describing your information, okay. So there are 3 measures of central tendency. So the 3 measures of central tendency, we have the mean, okay, the median. Okay, so the first central tendency measure, okay, it is a mean, okay. Now, what is a mean? The mean is just the sum of data points divided by how many of the data points are in a data set. Okay. So, for example, from that we had 3, and then we have 2, we have 4, we also have 7, 1, 6, and 3. Okay. So we have the following numbers, okay? We have the following numbers. So these numbers, they are what we are calling the data point. Okay, the data point. So I want you to understand that when you just see numbers that are scattered like that, this kind of data is not grouped. Okay, it is not grouped. So this is ungrouped data. Okay, so the way we find the mean is different. The way we find the mean for the ungrouped data to the grouped data. So for this lesson, we are just going to see how we can find the mean, the mode, and the median for the ungrouped data. Okay, and then once we do that, that's where our class will end. Okay, so now if you want to find the mean, for these numbers, is that the numbers you have just to add all these numbers. Okay, you add them. Okay, okay, so let me go to okay, so how can you find the mean? Okay, so the mean, which is represented by x bar. Okay, so this is a mathematical symbol that is used to represent the mean, equals. So what you do is you get these numbers. Okay, 3 okay, so 3 plus 2 plus 4 plus 7 plus 1 plus 6 plus plus 3. Okay, and then over, you now divide. Okay, so because of space, okay, so now you divide ama numbers ayalyanga. This is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, yeah, so ama numbers are 7, so is 7 otwalabika panshapa. So okay, I hope you have gotten that point. So let's do the math. Let me get the calculator. Okay, so okay, so I can start adding 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 4 plus 7 plus also 1 plus 6 plus 3. Okay, so you get 26. Okay, so you get 26, and then this 26, you get 26. You get 26. So you get 26 divide by 7. Okay, so 26 by 7, so the answer divided by 7, what are we getting? We are getting 3.71. Of course, we can ignore the other part, so let us just get 3.71. We write that one, so the answer is 3.71. Okay, so this is our mean, or we can also round it off to the nearest whole number, which is just 4. Okay, Okay, so now what I want to do is let me also send another link. This meeting is ending very soon, so let me just stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Let us just finalize this one. I'm creating another link. Okay, so just hold on. Um, but anyway, let's continue. It will just end it by its own. Let me not just end it. Okay. Okay, so this is the mean. This is the mean. Okay. Now, what about the median? Okay. Okay. So now, what about the median? The median simply means that it is the middle number. Okay. This is the middle number. Okay. So that's a middle number. So when you go back to those I think let's okay. So when you go back to the numbers, okay, so when you go back to these numbers, the middle number, okay, so how do I find the middle numbers? Okay, so what you do is whenever you're finding the median, you should cancel this number and then start canceling. Okay, start canceling. Okay, so I have 3, 2, 1, I mean 4. Then 7, 1, 4, 1, then 6, 3. Okay, so the way you find the middle number is, which is the median, you should just say, you first of all have to rearrange the numbers. Okay, you have to rearrange the numbers. So when you are rearranging the numbers, you always start with the smallest number and then you keep on increasing to the largest or the highest number. So the lowest number here is 1. Okay, so rearrange. Okay, so you have to rearrange the numbers. So I'll start by 1, then followed by 2, okay, and then followed by 3. Now you can see that we have a 3 abiri. So again you repeat that one, okay, and then comma followed by 4, followed by 6, followed by 1, okay. And then once you do that, what you do is that you start cancelling, okay. Okay. So what you do is you say cancel this one, you also cancel this one. You cancel this one, you also cancel this one. You cancel this one, you also cancel this one. Now you're going to find that you remain with this number at the middle. And this is your what? This is your median. Okay. So that's our median. Okay. Which is equal to 3. Okay, so that is your median. So sometimes you can have two numbers. Ngawacharapo nama numbers yabiri. Okay, you have, let's say ngawacharapo, for example, ngawacharapo if let's say na 4, for example. So what you do is you add together these numbers. You add them. You say 3 plus 4 divide by how many are these numbers? 2. So ngatsa kupera ati 7 divide by 2. Then ngatsa kupera ati 3.5. Okay. ngakyatupera 3.5. So nga washarapo ama numbers yabiri, you add them. Okay, you have to add them, and then since yasharapo yabiri, you divide by 2, like this example that I've done here. Okay, this example. So make sure we practice how to do that. Now the last thing is the mode. Okay, okay, so I'm sure we'll be ending very soon. So the mode. Now what is the mode? When you look at these numbers, okay, I am a numbers aya, you discover that how many times is the first number appearing? Mulifye 1 imu. And then how many times is 2 appearing? Mulifye 2 imu. How many times is also 3 appearing? Mulifye 3 imu. I mean, ama 3 yabiri. So we have ama 3 yarechita appear ni kubiri. Okay. And then yonse ashalaya yarechita fya appear umukumu. So the mode is the number that is appearing many times. Okay, so you can see numbers that 3 irechita appear imikuibiri. 3 irechita appear imikuibiri. So the answer, the mode, when you say what is the mode is just 3. Okay, so that is how you can answer statistics when the data is ungrouped. Okay, so that is the introductory part of statistics.